Hey everybody, long time no see. What is going on? So I just wanted to drop another video. I know it's been a while, but I feel like I finally have something meaningful to share. I mean, all my videos are kind of meaningful, some more than others. Some of me is just talking just to talk and make a video. I mean, I'll admit it. But anyway, I have something I wanted to make a video about today, so I thought I would. First and foremost, as always, if you want to buy, I get my hair systems from Lord Hair, so just use promo code PantherTrain at checkout. All capital letters Panther Train will be down in the description. It'll get you $20 off any Lord Hair system you buy. So I finally want to make a video. And I don't know why, I've been wearing a hair system now for going on 4.5 years, if you can believe it. I mean, if you can believe it, it's been a good while. I mean, since I made that first video way back 4.5 years ago, give or take. And I think this is the very first time I'm finally decided to give Remy hair a try. You know, I kept hearing about it here and there. I know all the websites say, oh, Remy's the best quality. It's the highest quality. I know YouTubers say it's the best quality. But me being kind of the cheapskate that I am, I always went for the cheaper options. Because in my mind, I was thinking, yeah, I mean, Remy, it sounds like some gimmicky marketing term. What can be the difference between Remy and regular hair systems? I mean, hair is hair, right? Wrong. I was dead wrong. I finally decided to splurge extra money. It's not even that much more. So basically, if you get a standard Lord Hair unit, the standard one with non-Remy hair is like $220, give or take, around that ballpark. If you get one, the Remy hair, so this is just the all poly Remy. It's like 0.10 millimeter thin skin poly, a little bit on the thicker side on the base, but you can't even tell. It's like $279, $280. Well worth the upgrade. For the last several months, I've been wearing the regular hair systems, like the stock hair systems and non-Remy hair. And after about a month or so, I mean, they are great systems for what they are, but I just noticed like the hair just didn't have the same shine, the same flowiness. It would shed a lot. It would get tangled a lot after about 6 weeks, 7 weeks or so. It just lost its luster, it lost its shine. I felt like I was using a lot more of like argan oil products, any kind of oil-based products, just to bring that new out-of-the-box shine back. And I was like, man, what can I do to avoid that? I just want my hair to look good for at least past a month or two, like the day it came out of the box. And I think I found my answer. So long story short, let me give you guys a little background on Remy versus regular hair and the processes they both go through. And I did some research. So with regular hair on a hair system, like any stock hair system hair system you buy that's not a Remy hair system, it goes through a lot of high processing phases, one of which, now I could be wrong on this, this is just the gist of it, but basically it's not, the hair doesn't have the cuticles intact. And the way someone described it to me, it doesn't have that extra protection layer surrounding the hair. It's just more of like pieces of hair they pick up on the floor of a barbershop. They put on a poly unit and they dip it in some kind of silicone chemical to give it that kind of shiny and soft feel for when you first get out of the box. I mean, they're not doing it to mislead you or anything. That's just a process that, I mean, you want to have a shiny hair for at least a month or so. That's how they make them. It's not like they're trying to do anything bad or misleading or unethical. That's just the process it goes through to keep shine on the hair for a while. So it's not like natural hair that doesn't have the cuticles. So it's going to flow differently. It's going to dry out easier. They're going to tangle easy because it's going in the hair's going in different directions on a non-Remy system. So with the Remy system, it's the hair cuticles are still attached. The hair's going in all the same direction and it just flows differently. One thing I like to do, I'm a big rubbing my fingers through my hair every 2 minute type of guy. I just constantly do it. It's just a habit of mine. I don't know, many of you probably don't, but it just feels good. I mean, not having hair and then going to having great hair when you go to a hair system, getting a hair system installed, it feels good to have that hair to run your fingers through all the time. And I do it probably excessively, a little too much, but it's just something I do. It's just always been a habit of mine. I've always, been the type to always run my fingers through it, play with it, and feel it. That's just how I've always been my whole life. And I just noticed with the non-Remy systems, after a month or two, I'd be running my fingers through, and it just wouldn't feel as good. The hair would feel a little dried out, kind of like straw. And I was like, man, I got to give this Remy a try. So I finally splurged. I spent the $280, give or take, to do the Remy hair system. It's Lord Hair's Remy system. I think they only have one. The only drawback is they don't have lighter density in Remy, only medium to medium light density, which is fine. I think because my bio hair is growing out, as you can see, it is starting to blend better. I don't know if I'd recommend it for the short shaved sides and back because it's going to make it pop more. but I am going to let my bio hair grow out a few inches so it all blends together. But this is a Remy system. Now, this hair color, I did a medium to light brown. It is darker because I dyed it because I felt and it's okay. I figured it was going to be a little bit lighter, but it was a little bit light for my taste, so I dyed it like a darker brown color, just over-the-counter Walmart hair dye. I think it turned out pretty well. But yeah, I mean, this is a month in almost. I'm still able to rub my fingers through it, and it feels amazing. It feels soft. It looks great. I just got out of the shower and put a little bit of Moroccan oil in. I still use Moroccan oil. But yeah, day and night difference. I noticed zero shedding. I mean, zero shedding. I mean, I was in the shower yesterday. Was maintenance day where I kind of cleaned it and reinstalled it. And I was trying to pull the hairs, like not hard where I would rip the base, but I was just trying to pull and pull and pull. And these hairs do not shed at all. It doesn't lose its shine. It's still flowing well. It's hard to explain. It just flows more like natural hair should. It just looks better. It flows better. Maybe it's placebo. Maybe you guys won't notice a difference from my previous videos where I'm wearing a non-Remy versus this is a Remy. But there's just something different about it. Well worth the upgrade. I wanted to wait a month or so before I made a video to kind of get over the new hair system honeymoon phase and to make sure the hair is still holding up, looking good, feeling good after a month plus. And it definitely is. I mean, it almost feels like, if not identical, to the day I got out of the box. And this isn't me trying to do a sales pitch. I'm just trying to help you guys out because I'm sure a lot of you wore hair systems after a month or two. You're like, man, why does the hair feel dry and it's just so tangly? Zero tangles. Hair still feels perfect. I'm going to go with it. I mean, and it's going to last longer. So that's another thing too. Keep in mind with the cost. Yes, it's higher up front, but I mean, the way this is progressing, I think I can easily get 3 to 4 months use, if not 5 to 6 month use out of this, as long as you don't rip and you're careful with the bottom when you install it and reinstall it. But I think I'm going to get some really good use out of this one. I mean, you're spending more up front, but you're getting way better quality hair that lasts longer. So it's kind of a wash, may even end up being cheaper in the long run. But yeah, Remy's going to be the way to go. I'm not going to wear anything other than Remy going forward. I mean, I'm just spoiled. Once you go back Remy, you're just not going to go back to stock because they just hold their shine. The flow holds. It doesn't tangle. It's not going to shed. I'm really loving it. I would recommend it. It is worth the extra splurge. Again, I mean, you use my promo code. It's just going to help you out. I mean, yeah, I get a little commission, but you save an extra $20. But yeah, guys, I finally tried the Remy. I'm loving it. I'm sticking with it, and this is what you can expect from a Remy.